I'm Marc Mueller. My act is StreetMule. In its entirety, I've been working the subway since 1990. I looked up the definition, and the definition is from, I guess, the dictionary of what a busker is doing, which is to play in public and collect money. I saw there's a French version, which I think is buskier. It's to seek a connection and to seek the truth. That is the most important reason to do this. If it's out to make money, people could be very disappointed because that's very fickle and fluctuates. But the connection is something that lasts your whole life. Making a $100 tip is sensational. A $20 tip is a beautiful New York tip for any occupation. When anybody comes up and gives me a compliment, a beautiful leaf or a drawing or a poem, that's wonderful. Last week I had a homeless woman take my card, stand and really appreciate me, and she had nothing to give, and she gave back my card. And I was really touched by that. So that's worth more than any amount of money. I'm a licensed architect. Music and architecture are very similar. Architecture is frozen music, basically. I grew up in Massapequa, Long Island, and I went to school in North Carolina at Charlotte for architecture. I got my degree. I came back in 1988, started working for an English architect in Soho. Been in here in New York and then living in Brooklyn since 1988, first in Park Slope, then in Bourne Hill. I've always played music. My mother and father recognized the classic situation of the child in the high chair banging a chicken bone. They bought me a paper drum set when I was 7. And so both myself and my brother excelled with percussion and music, played all through high school, marching band, the whole thing. After I got out of college, I hooked up with a band from North Carolina called Fetch and Bones. Eventually, we got a Capitol Records from DB Records in Atlanta. We got to do touring with some bands coming up at the time, like the Chili Peppers and Clubs. We toured with REM during Life's Rich Patch, and so I got a good taste of touring life. I have pursued my solo effort as StreetMule, which is hollow tube horns, didgeridoo, percussion. I have done this since 2010. Since 1983, playing professionally, I've been working in an architectural office and playing music, running from one to the other every weekend, every day. I'm just running. So most of my life is spent now here at work or in the subway, and home is to sleep, and that's about it. This I call a fiberglass tube. It's a clear tube with a rough interior that when the air is pushed into the tube, usually through circular pressure, friction creates the sound. It was a thing where I just asked myself if I could balance this on my face, that would leave my hands free. And I was doing a recording session with Columbia University, and we had a second of downtime, and there was percussion around, and so I was able to pick up a couple sticks, and I realized if I could do this, that I could work it out. And when I did that, then I realized I had an act. So things started to accumulate. This pedal is just a delay. So, and I could set it a little bit differently, but in general, it gives me this. A lot of this, I don't think to gather. Most of this is the energy and the spirit of these things that come to me. It's real, it's organic, it is the connection. I don't even hardly call it music. It's just an exercise of rhythm and sound and vibration. In a sense, I'm using this as a large kazoo. I could do my own thing to create a mood with different textures of sound and, I suppose, notes that I create. And I could do it either dry on the mic directly to the amp. I utilize these textures, and because I'm in an urban environment, I actually sometimes really prefer to sound like a 1910 boiler room, or I hear my mother's voice in the overtones, and I spend a little time with her. She had Alzheimer's and liked to sing, so it makes me feel good that I can spiritually spend some time with her. So this is an exercise for me for health benefits, and also to spend time with myself to grow, and then my mother, and then to connect to everybody here and basically to the universe.